It's mystery bag time. Whatever I pick, I must use as the hero. Today's result, pure Canadian maple syrup. I started by making a caramel out of maple sugar. Then I combined my flour and milk and poured in the remaining milk and egg yolks. Then I poured in my maple caramel and added some maple syrup. Have you guessed what I'm making yet? Maple syrup Portuguese custard tart. So once the pastry is rolled out and lined in muffin tins, fill it up with your maple custard. Then bake at 220 degrees for around 12 to 15 minutes. And boom, there you have delicious, crispy, creamy, and mapley Portuguese custard tarts. Dig in and enjoy.
Let's make Thai fried rice.
Wok on maximum heat. Add in the prawns, flash fry for about 30 seconds and then drain. Then stir fry your garlic and spring onion until fragrant.
Now add the white rice.
Stir fry for a minute and then set aside.
Wait bro, you cook. I got a phone call bro.
Add the egg. Scramble the egg and then
Add the rice.
now add in your
Shrimp paste, curry powder, curry leaves, Thai basil, pineapples, tomato. Now we add a little bit of yum yum.
Finally add in your prawns and stir fry to combine. Plate up, serve with lime, cucumber and garnish with spring onion. And of course, boom, dig in and enjoy. Homemade soft and fluffy coffee scrolls, let's go. First up, it was time to brew my coffee with the help of Starbucks by Nespresso, because a delicious coffee scroll requires a delicious coffee. Then I moved on to making my dough. You can find the full recipe for this below. Shape into a rectangle and place on a tray and allow it to rest in the fridge for at least an hour. Roll out the rest of dough and then spread on the coffee filling. Carefully roll the dough to form the scrolls. Cut into 9 portions and then arrange them on a lined baking tray. Allow to prove until doubled in size and then bake until golden brown. Once cooled, glaze with your coffee icing and boom, dig in and enjoy. It's mystery bag time. Whatever ingredient I pick, I must use as the hero ingredient. Lemon. I think I'm going to keep this one simple. Because you know, sometimes simple really is the best. So I combine my vegetable oil, sour cream, lemon juice, passion fruit pulp, and eggs. Once combined, I added in the sugar, flour, baking soda, salt, and lemon zest. Now, if you haven't caught on yet, we're making a super simple lemon and passion fruit cake. Once baked, remove it from the oven and allow it to cool on a wire rack. Top it off with a passion fruit glaze, and now it's time to serve. And there you have my super easy, moist, and delicious lemon and passion fruit cake. All that's left to do now is dig in and enjoy. Let's make the perfect veal schnitzel. First up, start by Frenching the cutlets. Then make an egg wash, add the parmesan to the panko crumbs, coat the cutlet in flour, then into the egg, and then into the parmesan panko crumbs. I'm using my beautiful new AEG cooktop to cook this to absolute perfection. Once golden brown on both sides, allow to rest and then serve it up with your pumpkin and sweet potato puree. Top it off with apple and fennel slaw and fried sage, and boom, dig in and enjoy. It's mystery bag time. Whatever item I pick, I have to use as my hero ingredient. Tonight's result, sriracha. Straight away, my head went to that sweet and spicy combo. So I started by making my buttermilk marinated sriracha honey fried chicken. Next up, it was pickled red onion time. These will bring a perfect sweet and tangy pop of flavor. Then onto my corn chimichurri. I charred the corn, then combined it with parsley, red wine vinegar, lime juice, and olive oil. Then I made a quick avocado sour cream, and finally my sriracha honey glaze for the chicken. Have you guessed the dish yet? If not, I'm making tacos. Now it's time to fry our chicken to absolute golden brown, crispy, crunchy perfection. Top the chicken off with that sriracha honey glaze. Toast the tortillas, and then it's time to assemble. Start with the chicken, pickled red onion, and the corn chimichurri. Then top it off with the avocado sour cream, and finally a drizzle of sriracha. And boom, there we have my sriracha honey fried chicken tacos. Dig in and enjoy. Homemade cookie butter blondies, let's go. First up, cream together the butter, brown sugar and caster sugar until pale and smooth. Add in the eggs and vanilla and beat until fluffy. Then add in all the dry ingredients and mix to combine. Finally add in the milk, chocolate chips and cookies and mix to just crush the cookies. Transfer the dough into the lined baking tray and then spread it out to create an even layer. Drizzle with warmed cookie butter and then top it off with more cookies. Then bake at 180 for around half an hour. Allow to cool fully, trim the edges and then cut into portions. And boom, there you have cookie butter blondies. Dig in and enjoy. Homemade buttered chicken, let's go. Marinate the chicken with the chili powder, cumin, garam masala, turmeric, salt, ginger, garlic and yogurt. Add to a hot fry pan and sear on both sides. Set aside, add the ghee and the onions and cook until soft. Add the ginger, garlic, crushed tomatoes, chili powder and salt. Cook until the mixture is reduced by half and then add to a blender and blitz until smooth. Return to the heat and add the remaining spices, palm sugar, cream and tomato paste. Bring to a simmer and then add the chicken. Fry off the homemade naan, and the full recipe for this is below. Add the ghee to the buttered chicken and simmer until shiny and smooth. Serve up your steamed rice and top with that buttered chicken. Add in some naan bread and then garnish with coriander. And boom, dig in and enjoy my homemade buttered chicken. Here's how to make homemade vodka gnocchi. First up, add the potatoes to a baking tray, cover with foil and roast until soft. Then saute the shallots and garlic until soft. Add the oregano, chili flakes and then deglaze with the vodka. Add in the diced tomato and allow to simmer for around half an hour. Once the potatoes are soft, remove them from the oven and carefully peel them. Pass through a potato ricer, allow to cool slightly and then add the egg yolks. Stir to combine and then knead in the flour until everything everything's combined. Make sure you're careful here not to overwork the dough. Carefully roll it out evenly and then cut into little pillows. Dust all the gnocchi pieces with flour and set aside. Now the sauce is reduced, blend it until smooth and return to the pan. Add in the cream and season to taste. Then carefully fry the gnocchi on both sides until golden brown. And now it's time to serve. Carefully plate up the gnocchi and then top it off with a vodka sauce. Garnish with mini bocconcini, charred cherry tomatoes and herbs. And boom, there you have homemade vodka gnocchi. Dig in and enjoy. Come with me to create a dessert with the help of Microsoft 365. My first step is to draw what I'm trying to achieve on OneNote. It allows me to have a clearer picture of what I'm trying to plate up before jumping into the kitchen. Now that my plan is set into place, I start working on the pastry element of my fig and apple tart. I roll it out, blind bake it, fill it with my frangipane, sliced fresh figs, and then bake it until it's set. Now it's time to serve my dessert, but the thing is, I'm not in the restaurant every single night, so for the nights I'm not there, OneNote makes it super easy to share my design with the rest of my team. And boom, there you go, my fig and apple tart designed perfectly with OneNote.
These roads of flames are catching a fire.
Come with me to what's been the busiest day since I opened my restaurant. Now, because it was a Saturday, that means we also serve breakfast, so I started on the brekkie section. This is our chili fried eggs. It's one of my faves. After brekkie, I got onto all the prep that I needed to do for dinner. The first thing was my Biscoff tiramisu. I finished it off with cocoa powder and then let it sit in the fridge to absorb all the flavors. Then I got on to making my Basque cheesecake and focaccia dough. The one thing about this focaccia dough is it's super sticky, so it makes it kind of hard to work with. Then before I knew it, it was time to set up for dinner. We had 2 sittings all booked out, so I knew we were in store for a crazy night. And boy was I right, service was hectic but damn fun. Here we've got just some of the stuff off our menu. And you already know the most popular dessert was that Biscoff tiramisu. And boom, that's service for another night. Come with me to open my restaurant for the very first time. My name's Morgan, I'm 22, and for as long as I can remember, it's been a dream of mine to have my very own restaurant. And after almost a year of construction, I'm finally ready to open the doors. My first job was to get started on the focaccia dough. Then I got started on a bunch of different prep items for the night, just so the dinner service ran smoothly. This one here is my roasted fig and apple tart. Now the focaccia's proved, I topped it with olive oil and sea salt and baked it to perfection so it was fresh and ready to go for the dinner guests. 5:30 came and the doors were officially open for dinner. Here we have just some of our dishes like the pistachio pesto, pork cotoletta, half roast chicken, and burrata. Once all the savories were out, it was dessert time. My favorite has got to be this tableside Biscoff tiramisu. And there we have it, service number 1 done. The time has come. Maven Melbourne is nearly ready to open our doors. We open this Thursday for breakfast, lunch and dinner, 7 days a week, brekkie and lunch, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday night's dinner. It's been a crazy year, pouring our heart and soul into this venue, and I cannot wait to share what we have planned. We've got some beautiful modern European food, shared food for dinner, and typical individual style plates for breakfast and lunch. I can't wait to see you here. Homemade iced tea popsicles. Let's go. Homemade Biscoff smoothie. Let's go. Homemade caramel chocolate mousse. Let's go. First up, add the caramel to a bowl over a pot of simmering water and allow to melt. Add the gelatin leaves to a bowl with the cold water and then remove the chocolate from the heat. Add in the egg yolk, stir to combine and then set aside. Add about a quarter of the cream to a pot and bring to the boil. Then stir in the gelatin leaves and mix to combine. Next up, whip the egg whites and sugar until soft peaks form. Then in a separate bowl, whip the cream to soft peaks as well. Grab the caramel base and then whisk in the gelatin and cream mixture. Then fold in the egg whites and cream until smooth and fluffy. Divide the mixture evenly between your serving glasses and then place into the fridge for at least 4 hours to set. Top the mousse and then boom, dig in and enjoy. It's Australian Open time, so let's make a tennis ball. Homemade popcorn chicken and chips. Let's go. First things first, we need to make our popcorn chicken. Grab the chicken thigh and dice into cubes. Add to a container with the buttermilk, salt, garlic powder, paprika, white pepper, and MSG. Allow to marinate for at least an hour. Now that our chicken's marinating, we're gonna grab our potatoes. We need to peel and dice them into chips. Soak in cold water for half an hour and then boil until just soft. Allow to air dry and then deep fry at 150 degrees Celsius for 4 minutes. Then fry at 180 for a further 5. Now to make the dry dredge, combine the corn flour, plain flour, white pepper, salt, paprika, paprika, custard powder, and the garlic and onion powder. Drain the chips, season with chicken salt, and set aside. Then coat each piece of chicken into the dry dredge and fry for about 3 to 4 minutes or until golden brown. Drain the popcorn chicken, top with chicken salt, and then serve your chips and chicken. And boom, dig in and enjoy my homemade popcorn chicken and chips.